So probably.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of Franchize TV. I think this is actually my third episode, so I'm very excited to have Ian here coming on for such hopefully an early episode. Those were some brilliant clips. That first clip by far is one of the funniest. I was pissing myself watching that. I really enjoyed it. I was like, gotta get this in, and then putting some text over that. I really enjoyed adding those little bits.
That's brilliant.
But how you been, buddy? Thank you very much for stopping on. If you want to just take this moment just to quickly share just who you are and
who I am.
A brief one, essentially.
I think those clips say it all, really.
Those are some old clips now, aren't they?
Those are some very old clips. They are pre-name change, but I am...
Pre-name change, pre-platform change?
Pre-platform change. I'm just changing everything.
No.
I just told him that I've also changed the software I used to stream with. It's like, wow, you're just changing everything at the moment. But
and
yes.
Not just changing everything. He's just going like non-mainstream on everything. It's like, what's the most mainstream streaming platform you can go on?
Yeah.
Twitch. Nah, I don't want to do that.
Nah, I don't do that anymore.
What's the most mainstream like streaming software you can use? OBS slobs? Nah. XSplit.
Yeah. XSplit all the way.
What about your name? You could just be simple and just be like Ian. What was your old name? Just EPG?
No, before this it was eBoy87, which was
that was it. Yeah,
my gamer tag on Xbox. But I don't know, it just got to a point where I thought I should drop the boy bit. That was essentially it. I'm 31. But E-Man sounds a bit weird.
It does sound a bit creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine like Googling E-boy and then Ian comes up and it's like...
That's not what I was looking for.
Boy, oh boy, that's not what I was expecting.
Just that screen pops up on Google. Yeah.
Oh god. But yeah, thank you very much for coming on. I will point out, we did this with Wanchi as well last week. We are going to have to, that little cabinet behind you, we're going to have a wee look at that at some point later on in the stream. There seems to be a lot of games and some really cool shit on that, so we'll get around to it.
Yep, you can have a look at that. That's
yes,
fine.
I'm looking forward to it. I see an Assassin's Creed logo and a big chunky case.
Oh, there's lots of Assassin's Creed.
I can't get comfy at the moment. But yeah, we did say we were going to start off because one of the big reasons that I wanted you to come on today specifically is that this weekend you completed a 24-hour charity stream.
I did.
I really wish I wish I had an applause command because then I could have just ran it then.
Little claps, everybody.
But no, that is phenomenal. Especially the fact that you did it for the cause. What was the cause that you chose, and what was the reason behind it? I suppose to start with.
Yeah. Okay. So the cause is Cancer Research UK, but specifically for an event that they do called the Relay for Life, which I realise is an event that not a lot of people might have heard of because it isn't advertised as well as the Race for Life, which is probably very well known. But the relay is basically a 24-hour event of teams walking, running, or doing whatever around a full-sized athletics track. And they do various themed laps, like sports themed laps, and everyone in like football kits, and like Disney themed laps for people to dress up and stuff like that. And it's all basically just to raise money for Cancer Research UK. And it's the idea behind it is that, with it being a 24-hour event, is that cancer never sleeps, so neither do we, which is why it's a 24-hour event.
Yeah, because this is not the first time you've done it for the relay, is it?
No, I've pretty much, bar last year when I didn't do the event, I've done it every year for the last 3, maybe 4, 3. Trying to think how many charity streams I've done.
Man just loves to use his platform to keep on giving to better causes.
Yeah, why not?
Because I think I actually remember, because there was one year you asked me, I think this is a few years ago now, so we're like really going back. You obviously asked me to at least help you try and set it up so that you had multiple streamers helping you, did you not? And you were going to treat it like a relay where everyone did an hour for 24 hours.
That was a brilliant event, that one. Yeah, I remember that. That would be my second charity streams. The first one I went on my own, basically, because I wasn't in the community that we were both in back then. Yeah, that was a great year, and to date, that's the most amount of money we've ever raised for that charity. That was a really good event. How
much did you raise during that one then?
That one was about 2,400.
Oh yeah, fucker.
Yeah, but as I say, that wasn't just me. That was everyone else.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that kind of like makes it. That's probably why it's a lot easier. Like obviously, when you've got 24 people doing it over instead of one person, you've obviously all 24 people who are invested in spreading the news and spreading the awareness and stuff like that. So it's probably why it's successful. So we might have to look into doing that again next year. So I don't know how we would do it over different platforms because you abandoned us.
I know. I've jumped ship. I just like to make things difficult for everybody, basically. Like, hey, come and make a new account and follow me on a new platform, you know.
But so this weekend's one was. Would you ever put that down as a success? Did you enjoy that when it went over?
I'd always put it down as a success. It was because it's for charity at the end of the day.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, you do worry about how much you're gonna raise, especially being that, like I say, I'm on a new platform. I've not got as many followers. You know, I've left behind 1.1k followers on Twitch, and I'm now at like 50 something on Mixer. But the people that donated really came through, and we raised final total, because I had a sneaky one in my sleep when I'd finished, was about 250. It was 250, which was half of the goal I'd set myself.
That's pretty cool then. That's a great sum of money to be raising.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my bad about that one.
I had to check it was. You're the only person I thought it might have been, and obviously it throws up when you get the donation. It throws up the IRL name. I was like, no idea what that is.
Forgot about that. Yeah, essentially. So I showed up because I had a game on Saturday. So I showed up on Saturday night, pissed out my face, and the first thing I
think it was actually more like Sunday morning than Saturday night when you showed up. I think it was probably about 2-3 in the morning.
Yeah, but the first thing I wanted to do when I came in, I was like, I want to go watch Ian. I want to see how he's getting on, and I just like turned it on. I must have been. I think I like said hi. I'm drunk.
You did.
And then I fell asleep. And I woke up and I was just like, "Oh, what's going on?" And I saw you were still playing. I was like, "Oh!" So I just like closed it and went back to bed. Well, I went to bed for the first time. So I think I half started to donate. I don't know how much I was about to donate, but I was about to donate. And then I realized I hadn't, so I did it after you'd finished streaming. Also, I was really satisfying to get it to like 250. It's a really nice number for me.
Yeah, it's a nice round number, and it's like exactly half of the goal as well, which is nice. Rather than it was at a random amount, like it was at 230, and it was like 46%.
Oh,
no, can't be having that.
It's the ones when people try and like. Obviously, you never complain about where your money comes from, what it is, but when people obviously donate in other currencies.
Yeah, obviously it changes it with the.
You get pennies, and you're just like. Oh, please, someone just make it 0-0.
Actually, there is someone in your chat right now who's helped me out like that before. Dana is oftentimes during my charity streams when it's at an odd amount, she's like, "Do you know what? I can't be doing with this." And even if it's only like £1 or a few pence to get it back to normal, she's like, "Throw that in there," and like, that's better now. I am calling you out.
Hey, to be fair, you've gone up in my I've just met you and you're already a legend to me. Anyone who does that, but you know what? I'm going to play this little clip because this is how I appreciate people like you. Boom, franchise approved.
Franchise approved.
That name rings a bell. I think. Yes, it is. Oh, that is interesting. Don't call me out.
Oops.
Well, we're coming back to that later.
You don't mind.
But yeah, so what games were you playing then for this 24-hour stream?
We got through quite a few. I started off on Final Fantasy 15 because that's my main playthrough game on Mixer at the moment. So we started off with that, and then I think we jumped on to some Assassin's Creed Unity, and that kind of finished off the single player portion of the stream.
Mhm.
And after I came back from my dinner break, we jumped on COD, Sea of Thieves. And through the course of the night, we just played everything. Yeah, COD, Sea of Thieves, more Assassin's Creed 3 during the early hours of the morning. We finished that.
Do you know what? I feel like the people in the chat are like must be like right next to you because every time you say it, they keep entering in the chat.
Yeah, well,
it's good timing.
And Kaylee H right there. That's my good lady who's currently sat in the other room on her laptop watching this. So
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. She's in the next room. But, yeah, we got through quite a lot of games, and I think in the morning I went back onto Final Fantasy 15 to finish off. Unfortunately, my internet at that point decided to screw me over and cut out on me at about 11:30, like half an hour left to go. I was like, oh, I can't be doing with this. I'm like, I'll just call it. We'll just call it.
But to be fair, it could have been way worse. Did you imagine?
It could have been a lot worse.
Yes.
It could have been a lot worse.
I don't think your body would have been complaining too much.
Not really, no. Because I did have during Final Fantasy in the morning, I did have a moment where I think I was falling asleep because I got that kind of. I was sat there like looking at the screen, controller in hand, and I just kind of went like suddenly like jolted, like, and yeah, it was yeah. So I wasn't complaining.
So you've actually done quite a few 24-hour streams now, haven't you?
This was my 5th question mark because I've already done one this year.
Yeah.
I usually only do one a year, but we did one back in February for Game Blast.
Oh, nice.
Which was also like my finale on Twitch, and then we have this one planned for this month. So yeah, 5th or 6th. Yeah. Hello, Boss and Kirsten. By the way, I see you.
Welcome. So that means then you've probably hopefully got quite a few tips and advice and things that you could help if anyone was ever to like come to you for 24. I'm about to do a 24-hour stream. What advice would you give that person?
Well, I've covered this before. I think it's definitely water is your friend. First of all, plenty of water.
Got my bottle here.
Don't be thinking, oh, I'll just ply myself up on energy drinks and sugary, and pop and stuff because you'll crash.
Yes.
But you might be all right at first, but when it gets to the early hours of the morning, you're like, oh, God. And
you want to save them for those moments where you are struggling.
Yeah, a little bit of a boost every now and again, which is fine. But yeah, don't just, survive on those alone. And make sure you take as many breaks as you need. If you sat in front of a screen for 24 hours, you do have to get up every now and again, if nothing else, just to go to the toilet. You know what I mean? So,
are you telling me you don't have a bucket under the table?
I'm sorry to spoil the illusion for you, but no, I didn't have a bucket under the table. So
good thing it's not smell-o-vision if you did have that.
Thank God for that. Yeah, thank God for that. But yeah, and eat as well as you can as well. Again, don't be just filling up on sweets and crap. Like I had a proper half-hour 45-minute break where I went off for a meal which my good lady very nicely prepared for me, so I could have a decent meal and then get back into it. So
some absolute legends in this chat then.
Definitely, there's a lot of legends in there.
So I'm assuming obviously your wife is very, very, very supportive then and able to help you through these, and is keeping
but not willing to empty a pee bucket.
To be fair, there are limits.
Yeah, there's got to be limits. Yeah, there's got to be limits.
Yeah, because I've only ever done one, and one of the big things I did was I actually planned all my meals out for the whole time, and I had them all in the fridge so I could just go down and reheat them. I think I actually put a pizza on as well.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Just things like that.
Planned out, it just makes it a lot easier because when I did the one in February for Game Blast, Kaylee wasn't here. She was away doing something else. But again, I had stuff in that I just had to literally bung in the microwave for a few minutes so I could, have something decent to eat. But
You definitely need it. You definitely need those sort of things because people forget about that. They just think, I'm just going to sit in front of a screen. I'm just going to stream. Going to hit that live button, and then it's like, oh fuck,
yeah,
hungry.
No,
what am I going to do?
A lot of it is just common sense stuff. Really,
yes.
There's no big secret to it, but just
good.
Plenty of water, decent meals, breaks when you need them. Yeah, have fun.
So, do you use energy drinks or coffee at all when you're?
Coffee, yes. Coffee sustains me. Again, not as much as I normally would, because that can be, just as problematic.
Yeah.
But I've never had an energy drink during a 24-hour stream. I just stick to water.
That's fair enough.
The occasional pop. I think I had some cider this year as well, but again, just one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just one, because I thought, I'm not going to. I definitely will be falling asleep if I had too many of them.
Yeah, I had a couple energy drinks, but I saved them for like middle of the night.
Yeah. That'd be all right. Like I say, as long as you're not just on them from start to finish, you'll be fine.
And obviously, changing up the game actually is quite refreshing. You probably find that when you do change the game, you're like, all right, cool, we've got something new. You're not getting into like autopilot as you might end up.
Yeah, exactly. I could never be a single game streamer anyway.
Nah.
Excuse me. I just can't. My attention span is not disciplined enough. I can handle, playing through one game and then when that's done, play some. But I couldn't be someone who just streams like Fortnite or Overwatch or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So fair play to those people, but I just haven't got the attention span to play one game for the rest of my life. It's not going to happen. But so changing the games up as well, it keeps you engaged.
Yeah, it's very, very refreshing.
Yeah,
but it's quite good. But yeah, the hardest hours for me were those night hours, especially because at that point people are asleep. So there's less people interacting with you, which then ends up being like you're just sitting there playing games, which is then more likely to try and your body just like, I want to sleep now. This is like time. So what sort of things do you do to try and battle that and get through those moments?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. It was just getting on with it, I guess. And I did have a couple of people there. A couple of them were kind of lurking, which fine. I don't mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely fine.
You just got to try and. I just tried to just chat, even if there was no one there. Just kind of chat about what's going on. Obviously, sometimes you do go quiet and you're playing and you're concentrating, but every so often, just say something to do with the game or just chat rubbish, which I have no problem with doing whatsoever.
Which is another reason why I thought I'd bring you on here.
Yeah, exactly. I can come and chat rubbish at people for a bit.
Yeah, you definitely have to befriend a couple of Western Americans.
Yeah, well, Boss was about, and in previous year, because he's over in America, not you were in bed. But in previous years, because I've got a few people from the States, so they popped in and kept me company during the early hours, and then by about 5-6 o'clock, people like Dana were coming back, and they were all waking up, that's always surreal as well when people pop in your chat like morning. Like, is it? It's all just one day. It's it's like, how was your sleep? What is sleep?
Why do you look like a zombie?
Why do you look dead?
Yeah, it's quite good. So, what time did you wake up on that morning, though? Because I'm quite curious as to this.
The morning of the stream, you mean? Yeah. This time I woke up about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I went to bed fairly early. I couldn't go to bed at 8 o'clock or something. I just wouldn't sleep. But I think I woke up about 9:30, 10ish, and that was fine. I say early to bed the night before and try and get as much sleep as possible.
Yeah,
so.
Prepare you.
Yeah,
generate those batteries. Yeah, when I did mine, I literally planned it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get up at 8:30 with alarms. The first thing I'm gonna do is sit at my desk and start streaming because I was like 24 hours. I've done like twice in my life. I can't do it. Yeah. So
I don't know that I'll be doing it for much longer.
Maybe shorten them down to 18 hours or something.
I might drop them down, or I might do them for very special occasions, but I don't think I'll be doing as many, because even this time I was like, okay, this is starting to get a bit
He's over 30 now, folks. He's over 30.
I'm over the hill. That's it.
It's all downhill from there.
Slippers, yeah.
Apologies to anyone I just unintentionally insulted.
That's all right.
But yeah, so I'm glad that it's gone well. And you've obviously quite experienced in these things. So if I ever hear anyone it all goes downhill from here.
It does.
Well, I'm not quite hit it yet, so I'm sure I'll enjoy that. I just have a lot of people telling me this, a lot of experienced people like Ian here. But yeah, I might actually send, if anyone ever does it, I might actually send them your way, because 5 or 6 isn't a very impressive amount to have done them, and they're not easy. Like, people think that, I remember doing it as a kid, and when I was a teenager I just stayed up 24. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. It really isn't. It's not the same. But yeah, I'd be quite happy to give anyone tips, so to speak.
Especially when if someone was to choose like a really awesome cause, then it's just like, yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, exactly. That helps as well in the grand scheme of things. Knowing that you're doing it for a good cause helps keep you going and keep you ploughing on through it, especially during, like, say, the early hours of the morning when it's starting to get a bit quiet and you're really fighting the sleep. But yeah, it's good.
I don't know. Do you have? Because this is one of the things that I actually noticed when one thing that if you're ever going to do it again to maybe slightly improve on is I actually struggle to find the donation link sometimes. I think a lot of your tweets were maybe missing it, or like you maybe just needed it as an additional comment.
Yeah, I didn't with this one because it's weird that Game Blast was good in the sense that they work through Just Giving, and Just Giving is brilliant, especially in terms for streaming, because there's applications that you can use to link it all to your stream, so you get the notifications pop up. This one's really hard because Cancer Research UK don't seem to use Just Giving for this particular event. It's all through a different, donation link. And I tried to put it out there as much as possible, and I had a timer going up in my chat every so often to bring it up. And I put the donate button down in my panels. I put it at the top. So
yeah, that's where I found it.
All anyone ever had to do was click on it. I also put commands in the chat, which I think I put in the title of the stream, like !donate, which would have brought up the link and that. So I think you're right in the sense that I probably didn't put it enough on the social media.
Yes, that's pretty much where I was.
I agree with you there, definitely. So I'll have to do that a bit better in future. Because for Game Blast, I put it in there quite a lot when I was doing my tweets for that. But yeah, for some reason,
always handy just to have it there, just so that people can just go, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Twitter is much like Facebook. They don't want you to leave Twitter, so not many people may have seen it. Yeah, especially when it's a great way to get eyes on it. And some people might like, all right, I can't. I'm busy today. I can't drop in, but I'd still love to donate, and it just a bit. Just making it easy for people specifically.
Yeah, I think next time I definitely need to put the donation links in my tweets and that more, because Twitter is my main form of advertising. I don't use Facebook.
Nah, I don't use Facebook either. I keep Facebook for personal stuff, and I only.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have to have like a line to keep your personal life and your stream life separate sometimes, and having the different social medias is quite a good way to do that. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how long have you actually been streaming for then? Because we were talking about like you've done like 4 24-hour streams, which is long ass time.
Long ass time. This year will be the 5th year I've been streaming in total. Let's say 4 years on Twitch, and then we've made the move to Mixer. About 4 or 5 years. This will be my 5th year this year, because it was when I got me Xbox One back in 2014. I remember that much because I wanted to get it in time for Assassin's Creed coming out on the new console. And it had the feature to Jesus Christ, time flies indeed. It had the feature to stream directly, which it still does. Only now it does Mixer instead of Twitch. It used to be stream directly to Twitch, is what the Xbox did. So I started. Well, first off, I met Dana and Bear of Victory, who's just popped up in the chat. I met all them through watching another stream, and it was seeing that person's stream that kind of inspired me to start as well. And when I got the Xbox One, and knowing that it could stream directly to Twitch, I thought, we'll give it a go. So
made it simple for you.
Yeah, literally, you didn't even need to have. You don't need to have a camera, or as long as you got a microphone,
Yeah.
so people can hear you. But yeah, that's kind of what started it off. So yeah, 5 years this year. It will be
A long time.
a long, long time ago. Yeah, I mean,
Have you been doing it consistently, constant for that whole period, or have you had any like breaks for anything or any reasons?
As consistently as I can with
Yeah.
holding down a full-time job. Yeah, definitely.
You're good then.
I think I've probably had maybe the odd week here or there where I haven't streamed, but that's usually because like maybe been going on holiday or something like that. But yeah, pretty much consistently as and when I can.
Yeah.
In recent years, I've started implementing a schedule, which I change. It used to just be a static schedule, and I do it on these days. But now I find it easier to, plan it around my actual week and planning streams on different days. But
Yeah.
the schedule's always there.
Yeah, there's like if you put up a schedule at the start of the week, then it's always going to be quite handy. So
Yeah, exactly. And it gives people, the opportunity to pop in if they're free. At least they know when I'm streaming, so they're not always like, "Hey, are you streaming today?" It's like, "Yeah, there you go."
yeah.
So yeah, I think it's good to have a schedule, definitely.
You know what? I think this. I'm really glad that a lot of people have, like that are coming along here, because it's actually, I think it's showing the beauty of what is streaming.
Yeah,
And the fact
exactly.
that you've like known these people for so long, and you're like, it's more than just like being an entertainer and just like having fun playing games. You are starting to make like these relationships that you've now held on for like so many years. It's just
it's amazing. Like these, like again, Dana, Bearer of Victory, Boss. We've known each other for like say nearly 4 or 5 years now, and it's developed beyond just they're my viewers kind of. They're my friends as well, and like we send cards and stuff and presents to each other during Christmas and birthdays and things like that, and yeah, it makes you feel old. And we've last year we met up for the first time, a few of us, myself, Dana, and Bjorn, who I don't think's here. He's a friend of Dana's. They came over to the UK because we went to Insomnia last year in August, and that was the first time we'd kind of met IRL. But they came and stayed at our house, and we went to Insomnia and had a fantastic time. And then Dana came back in November, and we went to a Stargate convention that was on in Leicester. So that was nice having her, come over again and stop with us for a bit. But yeah, it's definitely
that's fucking incredible, eh? It's just so simple. I love the internet. The internet is phenomenal, and just
it is in bringing people together. And eventually, I want to meet more of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Boss is over in America, so obviously that's a big trip. Bearer of Victory's in Italy, so that's a big trip. Lee Sester, yeah, Dana doesn't like that we use lots of words to spell, or lots of letters to spell words that you don't even say, like in Leicester. Lee Sester. But yeah, it is more than just.
That's the bucket list now, is to meet everyone that you can.
Yeah, exactly. Meet as many of them as possible, and it's evolved far beyond just they're my viewers kind of thing. With it's friendship.
Yeah, it is awesome. So I'm assuming that I'm assuming you're able to game with these people as well.
We have done in the past. Yeah, we've played on. You can hear, I can hear my bank account screaming in terror. Yeah, we've played together quite a bit on Xbox and on PC. We've played Gary's mod and Battlefield and Golf with Friends, and yeah, we've gamed quite a bit with each other. Boss recently has been on Sea of Thieves with me, which we did during the charity stream yesterday, and yeah, it's fun. A lot of good moments, a lot of breakages, a lot of laughs.
It's really funny when you sometimes you just like moments like this where you just sit and look back at where you've come from and everything you've done, and like all those memories start flooding back, and it's awesome. Yeah. It's really, really cool, actually. Heartwarming. I'm feeling like really warm and tingling. I don't even know you guys. I don't even know you guys, and like I feel it. To be fair, from seeing the clip that you sent me, it does seem like you need a friend to continue to. You don't drive a boat. What do you go do it? Steer a boat.
Steer a boat, yeah.
Yeah,
steer
for
a
when
boat.
you do your silly dances and decide that you're gonna fall off randomly.
Yeah, that was great. That was back when it was still in beta. It wasn't even fully released back then. But yeah, I don't know. I just like to play around with stuff, and oftentimes these lovely people in the chat will try and break me with stupid videos and stuff that they found on the internet. Because when I go, I go. I couldn't find a clip to send you for the promo because I didn't know if it had the sound on it or anything. But yeah, try. No, you don't try. You do usually 99.9% of the time you succeed, and I'm just like useless for a full 10-15 minutes, and then maybe an hour later when it randomly pops back in my head, I just start laughing about it again. But yeah.
You did actually send me one clip. And I don't know if I used it, but I might actually just quickly bring it up. Let's quickly find it.
Have a look. I've got the folder. What's that one I sent to you?
Alright, I'm going to quickly try and open this and mute it as fast as I can. Yes, this is it. Alright, I think I was going to use it, and then I ended up using like the Twitch mixer thing and then the charity one, so it was just becoming a bit long. So I'm going to I'll use studio mode. This one I'm actually looking forward to bringing up, so let's bring up media source. I'm going to quickly set this up as fast as I can. Guest clip, because this one made me laugh just watching it, and I think this hopefully is going to be a great example of what you're talking about, how you're just gone for a little while.
Yeah, dead. Just
useless. Great. Okay, so studio mode does not want to bring up the video, so we're going to try and jump over. I'll quickly adjust it as quickly as I can, but you'll still be able to hear it anyway, so you won't be able to hear it.
That's all you need.
Right. Okay, you ready for this? This is gonna be the fastest work I've ever had to do when I'm actually like on stream, just to sort it out. I don't know if studio mode, if that could sort it, would be amazing. Right, here we go. Here's the clip that hopefully nicely reflects what you're talking about when you're just gone for 15 minutes. Do you know what? It's gonna be the wrong clip, but it's gonna be. And
I'm gonna run up and go. Oh, yeah, you like apples? Well, fuck you. I like oranges.
You know what rhymes with orange? Murder.
Unfortunately, we can't hear it, can we?
I want to yell at somebody. I
No, what have I done? No, stupid idiot! No!
Murder!
Oops, my bad.
Murder!
That's actually
like you can't.
the big wheeze that I'm about to do is actually currently a sound effect on my mixed play soundboard.
That's amazing.
One of my viewers loves to use it quite regularly. He has expressed interest in having it as a ringtone.
We need to clip that and send it
Just
to
my
Jason.
ungodly wheeze.
I see your
that's
wheeze.
what happens when I get. There's plenty more where that came from. But yeah,
oh no, I finished. I was like, what happened?
McGiggleburger.
Oh, crap. Oh, I'm having loads of technical issues here, but it's great. That one was amazing. I was pissing myself at that one. It was such a dumb joke as well. I think that's the one. So in one of I sent out a questionnaire to like people. I think you need to learn that one as like your funniest joke you know by heart.
Yeah, it was just I know you're dying. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's how sensitive my microphone is. I was doing it yesterday as well because I was playing through Assassin's Creed Unity, and because it was French, I just happened to go baguette, baguette. She's like pissing herself in the front room, and everyone can hear it because. Sorry, I have to account for the delay on the shit. There you go. But yeah, there you go. That's
that's a great. That is a great moment. Just like hearing her in the background. That's phenomenal. Oh,
there you go.
When you're crying through laughter, it's just like.
That's when you know it's a good one.
It's beautiful. It's just like your belly hurts. Oh man.
Everything hurts. Yeah, charity stream in a nutshell, definitely. Yeah.
Oh man, that was good. And I can imagine that's only like one clip of many.
It's one clip of a lot. Yeah, definitely. I think I mentioned in the form that I filled in about I put a compilation video together, which I showed at the end of my last 24-hour stream before this one, and it was just the majority of clips that were on that hour-long video was mostly me laughing at something these guys had said, or like when they're taking the mick out of the game that I'm playing, like in a fun way, and like it just broke me completely. Yeah, that was the majority of what that video was about. There was the occasional good gameplay moment, but most of it was just me laughing like an idiot.
I think if you even sent me one, if it's a good gameplay moment.
I don't think I did.
We had the scream, we had the falling off, we had that one.
Yeah,
there's another clip
I think
here.
That was it. Did I only send you them three? I think.
Oh, there's another one, but I can't remember what it actually is.
I don't remember what it was.
Oh, it's Golf with Friends.
Oh Christ! Oh, if that's the one I think it is, yeah, that is. I full on broke, and it was Dana. She was really struggling with one of the holes, and it destroyed me.
You know what? I don't remember seeing this clip. How the fuck did I miss this?
I don't know, but you need. If you can call it up, I'd recommend.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. Okay.
Can, yeah, stick it on there. Mike Latoris, yeah, that's another one. That was another one that broke me on PUBG.
Here is the Golf with Friends clip. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to hear this, so I'm going to have to watch it later. But you all get to at least enjoy it.
I'll get to it.
I need to turn it on first. There we go. Oh god, look at that logo in the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah, you did great. You did great.
To be fair, I actually didn't mind that.
Well. Oh, Dana, remember this one?
There we go.
Yes, I remember this one. I try not to.
Struggle bus.
What the fuck?
The same fucking thing.
See you, Bjorn.
So much concentration on your face.
So much, yeah.
Was that a shot every single time you were moving it?
Yeah, every single time I was moving was a shot.
Bit of the wall.
Is it still fucking you?
Yes, it's still fucking me over.
Oh,
Nailed
Bjorn.
it. Got across.
See you.
Oh, no, bye, Dana.
See you, Dana.
Shut up.
Wait.
It's really funny. You look like you're wearing the same T-shirt, actually.
Probably am.
How long did you just give up?
I was crying. I can't play like this.
This same level screwed her over every time we played it.
Oh, please tell me she's not going to fail again. Oh, no.
You can like move it more to the left.
Oh, no. I feel bad now.
Oh my god.
My god, how long is this clip?
I think it's about. I think it's done.
You're fucking gone. You're absolutely done by this point.
I'm done. Yeah, I was just wrecked. She does I have to clean the glasses now. Every time. There's certain clips I can watch and it makes me laugh just as much as when it actually happened. There you go. That's pretty much it done now.
Do you know what? That hour. I can't. Do you know what? If when you're older, you're gonna be watching that hour-long compilation clip, and you're just gonna have all these great, phenomenal memories that you're just gonna be pissing yourself at.
My kids will be like, "What the hell is that all about?"
Just like
you'll understand when you're older.
Kids, back when I was a good streamer and a little bit popular, these are the stuff that I did, and there's like, Dad, you were never cool. Stop showing us this shit.
Never cool. Yeah.
Do you know what that? Do you know? In fact, do you know what this is? Do you know how they always mock like your granny, like your grandparents, and that when they like come off a holiday and they'll show you through like 500 photos. Grandpa Ian comes in and is like, "Here's all these clips back when I was young," and it's like, "No,
no, not again." Sit down and listen.
God, why are the graphics so bad?
Yeah. Where's the VR headset?
Why is it not 3D?
Yeah. Why is it not 3D? Graphics were crap. Hey, back in my day, they were cutting edge. Yeah, good times.
Do we really have to watch it every Christmas?
Yeah, it's really a Christmas special.
Rampart E-boy.
Yeah. Oh, the musicless music video of Elvis Presley was freaking hilarious. But yeah, that's basically what happens in most of my streams. Not all of them, but most of them.
So then, right, then we have to then go back a little bit. Then what was the decision making that got you to decide that you wanted to move to Mixer?
It was just, I say, I've been going on Twitch for 4 years, and I was enjoying it, but I think Twitch is very, very oversaturated, and it's increasingly harder to stand out, I think, on Twitch these days. And I knew about Mixer, and I know Mixer's not exactly, quiet. There's a lot of people on there as well, but there's just something about Mixer that I really I like much more than Twitch. The interactivity element of it all is amazing for a start. Like the things that you can do with mix play on there. Okay. And it goes beyond just soundboards. There are certain games that you can play where you can use mix play for your viewers to take control for it and actually play it.
All right, okay.
I will look into that at some point, but yeah, it's brilliant. And the support as well, the support on Mixer is amazing, technical support. Like you email them with a problem, they've emailed you back within an hour, and you've got the dialogue going. But I don't know. I just figured it was time for a change. I know I was affiliated and everything on Twitch. Sorry, but again, I all weighed that into the decision as well, because I was like, well, leaving behind 1,000 odd followers, leaving behind affiliate. It's not really about the money making for me anyway, so that wasn't really a problem. I didn't depend on it or anything like that. So I just figured, it's time for a change. And I've seen a lot of people recently moving away from Twitch, not necessarily to Mixer. Some have gone to Mixer, but I've seen a lot of people obviously going to D Live as well, which is the new thing. So, but yeah, I think the main thing was just that I felt I'd gone as far as I could go on Twitch, in a way. So I figured
and Mixer and try and find some new people.
Yeah, and my community were behind me. They've supported me. They're like, look, we don't care where you go. We'll come with you. So
I suppose that's
nice as well.
Yeah, because one of the big things, obviously, 4 years, and you feel like you're taking those 4 years, and it's like, okay, that you put that to the side, and you're starting something afresh, but you're really not. You've made 4 years of connections, friendships, and they've clearly come with you. So, especially those ones that you're strongest with, and the ones that you care about most, have followed you as well. So,
exactly,
you're not really losing your community in that regard. You're just...
I've not lost anything, but I did try and include them as much as possible in the process as well. Like I put it into my Discord and said, look, this is what I'm thinking about doing. Let me know what you think. Is it will you come? Are you not bothered? And all the answers that I got to the poll that I put in there were we'll come with you. We're behind you. So yeah, it's been good, and I think honestly my growth on Mixer has been better than it was on Twitch, because I seem to remember it took me a lot longer on Twitch to get to 50 followers than it has on Mixer. Like I've started in February the 26th. I made the full move to Mixer, so a couple of months, and like I said, considering the amount of times that I stream and what have you, I'm quite happy with the level of growth. So
I suppose
good things to come.
It's kind of hard to compare when you first started Twitch, because when you first started Twitch, you didn't have 4 years of knowledge of streaming and how to connect and interact and stuff like that. You already have these connections, so you already have. It's like, do you know that there's a question in here, and it's like, what are some lessons from your start from the start you went through, and sort of that. Almost by going to Mixer, you're starting again, having known those lessons and having told yourself what you would like to do differently.
It's like you say, you've got the knowledge at that point, and you know how everything works and what to expect from it. Like I think I said in that response that you don't worry about not having people there at first or having quiet streams. I think a lot of people get down about it. They think, oh, I'll start streaming on Twitch and I'll be like ninja overnight, and that's just not how it works. Some people probably would. The odd person would probably get lucky, and
I think it's people who have like already got a history or a community. People who come from like YouTube or something like that, just naturally like people they're already known, so it's a bit different.
They're already known.
If you're like a nobody really who's just come on and just hit that start stream, because like when you get those people who are like push for a partner, and it's like you've got 10 viewers.
You've got 10 viewers. It's not why you're pushing for partners. I think people focus too much on the numbers.
On the tech, to be fair, it's really easy to focus on those things when you first start.
It is, and
they are
something
signs
I think
of progress and success.
It is. But you've got to kind of think, well, it's a sign of progress, but numbers aren't everything.
Exactly,
which is why I and a lot of people I know stay away from kind of follow for follow and stuff, because it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. All you've got is empty follows at that point. You're never going to get any engagement out of that. But people think, like we say, that it is just about right. I need hundreds of people in my chat, otherwise, it's not going to work. But you can have 100 people in your chat. It's no good if there's only like one or two of them actually chatting. Because I suppose Twitch look at engagement as well more than anything else, just pure numbers. I know they've got the numbers set that you need to have to get your partner and everything, but they also look at the engagement as well. So
I reckon they obviously look at how many bits and subs they're getting, because they're making money off you, and they want to back someone that they can make money off. So
exactly, they are
like
a business.
They are a business.
They are a business. Yeah.
Mixer has always intrigued me, just because they've obviously realized that they're going up against Twitch, and like they are, but like a little brother aspect, and they've tried to do things differently. They've tried to fill gaps where they feel Twitch aren't like maybe doing the best thing, like you said, with the support and the mix play. Those things are intriguing, so it must be quite enjoyable to learn these things and actually be able to implement them. It must be good for the viewers as well, because one of the things I've always enjoyed about streaming is not being like from day one, all right, this is exactly where I'm going to be for the rest of my time. It's actually seeing development and learning these new things and bringing it. Because it's a new experience then.
Yeah, it is. But it's like you say with the mix play, that it gives the viewers something to do as well. They get some kind of extra interactivity other than just sitting there and chatting. If they if they want to do more than just sit there and chat. the FTL, the low latency on Mixer is amazing. Like the chat is instant.
You kind of terrified me when you responded so quickly.
Yeah,
I literally had to enter, and you were like, "Hi, Franchise." I was like,
"What? How does he know? How's it that quick?"
I started like looking at in the corners of my room, looking for cameras.
It's like, how does he know? But that's another big selling point of Mixer as well. The FTL, the low latency, is just top notch. Like you say, it helps for if you're stuck on a game or something and someone's trying to help you out. Like rather than having this 30-second delay, and by the time you've seen their advice in the chat, you're already dead. Like
you already Googled it.
Yeah, you've already Googled it yourself. It's like it's instant more or less. So,
it was pretty.
It can be turned off because it can throttle people's bandwidths depending on their internet and that. But most of the time,
and depending on what game you're playing, you might get stream sniped.
Yeah.
To be fair, if you ever get stream sniped, you've made it.
Yeah, you've definitely made it. But again, you can turn it all off and you can adjust it. So
So what's some of the best things that you've found from Mixplay? Like, what's some examples of it? Because I actually don't really know much about it.
The only ones I've seen, most people seem to have soundboards like I've got, which use up the inbuilt currency of Mixer, which is Sparks, which people earn for just sitting in your chat. They don't even have to be chatting. As long as you're sat in a stream, your Sparks balance is constantly going up. And it also... they can also buy stickers and things with it and little animations that go up in your chat, and they can post GIFs in your chat and stuff like that. But the ones I've seen are mostly, like I said, soundboards.
Yep.
I need to look into that aspect of it more, but I know there are certain games, like I said, where you can use Mixplay for your viewers to actually take control of the game and play it with you or for you.
So what's an example of that then? Do you have any?
I don't have an example of that, 'cause I've not looked into those those streams.
Rabbit
I
holes.
just know from I know from the website that that's the thing they do. Like they've got a list of games which I can't remember which ones they are, but they've got a list of games that support mixed play that can be controlled, basically.
Okay.
But that's something I'm going to look more into in the future, and different types of mixed play things other than just soundboards and like that.
Yeah, it sounds like they've implemented stuff that people have had to use bots for and put it into one thing, which is a lot simpler and a lot easier, and it's probably better implemented as well.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like your squeal.
Yes, definitely.
Do you know what? I should have turned that into a sound clip. That'd have been funny. Missed an opportunity there. Missed an opportunity.
Yeah,
Oh well, yeah. It's a big change and it is tough, and
yeah, it is, but it's been fun. I've enjoyed it.
as long as it's working for you and you're still enjoying it and all that, that's all that really matters in the end of the day.
Exactly. That's what we're there for. I'm enjoying my time on there, so that's all that really matters.
So the other change then that we need to discuss is the name change.
The name, yes.
So this one for me is, I reckon it's probably bigger than the change to Mixer, to be honest.
You reckon?
Hmm.
Changing the identity crisis.
Yeah. Because at least like those 4 years or however long you were at EenPlaysGames, people will still remember that name. And it's like, okay, if they come onto Mixer and they saw, like they've decided, like 6 months down the line, they've decided to change the Mixer, they'll remember who you are. If you've changed name 6 months down the line, that person's forgot who you are. In fact, here's an example, and this is right at the start of this stream. We had Axilix come in, and he's like, "What up, man? Been a long time." I'm like, "Cool, man. How's it going?"
Oh yeah, I saw that in the chat. Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Cool, it's just another viewer. I'm gonna treat them just like I'd treat any new viewer that comes in." And then he's like, "Gotta take your time, lol. It's Dive Venom," and I was like, "Oh yeah, fucker!" Like that man was legit. Like he would come into my streams playing Overwatch, and he would like, I had song requests on, and I still listen to some of the songs that he put in there. Like he introduced me to some really awesome songs I fucking love. And it's like the fact that he had to tell me who he used to be for me to get that reaction on that spark of memory. So that's why I think a name change is actually a bit of a bigger one. I suppose it's not too bad, because I don't know if like the E-boy, Ian, maybe people were calling you Ian when you were E-boy. It was
that was partly where it comes from, because obviously my name's Ian, but we've got a few of my viewers and friends are American, so we always used to joke that, like, that's how they say Ian. Like, you're right, Ian. So it kind of became a nickname. And when I decided to change the name and do a rebrand, which I think was early part of last year, I think, because like I said, I chose E-boy purely because it was my gamer tag, and I thought, whatever. But I thought, like I said at the beginning, I'm nearly 32. It's time to stop the boy thing. We're not a boy. But E-man sounds weird, so I was like, well, my name's, they call me Ian. We could do something with that. Do we go Ian87? Do we go, whatever? Boy. I thought, well, let's.
Great minds think alike. Great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike. Yeah, my name's Ian. I play games. There you go. And it's something that can be abbreviated. It's, so there was no.
Yeah. I call you Ian, or I call you EPG.
Yeah, either way. But some people still refer to me as E-boy, and I'm okay with that. I'm not like, hey, no, that's not my name anymore. Bad. It's some people still call me E-boy. It is what it is.
You got very. To be fair, if I was ever jumping your stream and you'd completely change your name, I would recognize you straight away. So it's not.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose it's easier having my face on stream, which was something obviously I decided to do early on.
And I suppose it'll be people that maybe weren't coming into the streams or weren't really interacting with the community. Those are the kind of people that will probably forget, and you maybe lose a bit of.
Yeah.
But you can always remind people. But yeah, I think a name change is actually bigger than change to Mixer in those regards, because it's so important. Like it is your brand. It's who you are. It's like the worst thing that anyone can do, and I see people do all the time, is they have different names over different platforms. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like if I talk to you on Twitter and then I talk to you on Discord, those conversations to me are two different people.
Two different people, yeah. It's I used to have. I mean, it's probably still on some of my old overlays that I've got. that Dana made for me, I used to have my social links on there, and my Twitter at the time was basically my name, my first initial and my surname. Where then my stream's like eBoy87, and they're probably looking at it thinking, well, why is your Twitter like not eBoy? Like, why are you not at eBoy87, or or why are you this? So yeah, I agree with you, and it's to try and get everything matching across the board, like your Instagram and your YouTube if you have one, and Twitter and Steam, all the things that you link in your channel, to try and have them all as one thing.
Makes you easier found. You're always recognised. Just
exactly. They don't have to search a million. There's like, oh hey, I tried searching your name on Google, on Instagram, but it's not coming up. Oh no, sorry, it's because my name on Instagram's different.
Yeah.
Oh well, why is it different? So yeah, it's a lot easier. And I think I've pretty much got everything matches across the board now.
That's decent then.
So.
That and you forget.
That and I forget, yeah.
I don't understand how people can do it. It's just a bit. Yeah, it's been weird. It's really confused me. And it's as soon as I see it, it's the first piece of advice I'll ever give anyone is make sure you have it, because it's so important. Yeah. And there's always the example I always give, and it's not just like name. It's things like the colors you use, the logo that you use, those sort of things. They need to be unified over everything. Like imagine if you went to McDonald's, you see the big golden arches, and then they started advertising as Ronald, big Ronald here selling you a burger. And like, there's a deal on it, Ronald's, and then you go to McDonald's, and you're not going to think they're the same thing.
No, you're going to think they're completely different. And again, that's something I've tried to do, is trying to keep the colours and themes consistent through the overlays and logos and stuff like that. So yeah, consistency is key.
Yeah, and communication. So when you do make these changes, you're repeatedly leading up to it. I'm changing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You make the change, I've changed this, I did this, I did that. And
that's what I was doing.
You've got to hold people's hands sometimes when you're trying to lead them through these processes if you want them to stick around and be aware.
Yeah, exactly, and let them know. But again, I did that. I had quite a lot of stuff in my Discord and on Twitter and stuff like that when I was going through the rebrand, so to speak. Yeah, keep them informed so they know who you are and what's happening.
Well, you've mentioned it a few times. Is you've got your own Discord community and your own like streaming community.
I have.
How have you found managing or running or developing that through time? From like, especially because I think it might actually be a bit harder to develop these communities than actually just streaming.
Yeah, I mean, it's my Discord. It's not I call it a community, but I guess that might be the wrong word. It's not a community in the sense of it's there for people to help each other, grow and streaming. It's literally just a hangout spot for my followers and my viewers if they want to jump in.
Yeah, or continue to interact with you out with the streams.
Not just me, the other viewers.
But that's kind of like what you are like the central point of what that Discord is, and then people have come to there and then they make those interactions between each other.
Yeah, and they make those interactions. Yeah, so it's I don't know if community is the right word, but
it kind of is, but it's just more of it's more on that smaller personal end than like some of these other ones that go out there and try and bring people in to try and get them to interact with each other and do things together.
Yeah, exactly. It literally is just a hangout spot, and most of the people in this chat are, in fact, all of the people that are in the chat from my end are all in there. So,
you know what? I've just thought of a great analogy for it. So like one of these like big communities like Streamers Connected, that's kind of like your fancy pub. So like everyone goes to this pub and they meet in the chat there. While you guys are kind of on the corner having a wee drink and chit chatting with each other.
Basically, it's I don't have any desire to change it into that kind of Discord.
That's fair.
So because I've been in a few communities like that, and I've kind of been there and done that, but I think I'm kind of done with them for the time being, because it's the Nerd Basement one, for example. I don't see that or use that as something for building the stream up. That's just a place to hang out and chat when I eventually get in there and play Tetris and get absolutely wrecked on.
That was
brilliant.
To be fair, that's kind of like, it actually was really weird that when I started off as like let's do this for streamers, and I was like, nah, I just want a group of people that I could just hang around with and just surround myself with it and just have fun with. There will be streaming aspects of it, and there was originally planned for it, but people kind of disappeared, and it is what it is.
Yeah, in mine as well now. I don't shout out people, it doesn't do an auto shout out thing when people go live anymore.
Yeah.
Not even me, but that's mostly because Mixer isn't integrated with Discord yet. So you can't do it anyway. But there is still a bot in there that gives people a role if they've got their Twitch connected when they go live, so people can see. But it's, I don't want it to be that kind of Discord anymore. It's just a place.
There's enough of them. There's plenty of people doing them.
Yeah, exactly. I put my schedule in there every week so people can see when I'm streaming. If they want to come along, that's great. But it's not entirely focused on the stream. And that's, like I say, with Nerd Basement as well. You can see the people streaming and they've got a space to put their, if they want to promote themselves and like that. But I think I'm right in saying that that's not the main focus.
Nah, not really anymore.
So it's
because as I've you probably learned this as well when you've been streaming, you're more than just the streamer. That is only just a small part of you. So there's no reason these Discords and these communities should just be that, because then you're missing so much more about who people are, their stories, their histories, their likes, their interests, their opinions and stuff like that. So their skills,
not Tetris. Well, I was for a time. I was king for a day or two, and then everyone else jumped on.
Oh, because you were the first person to do it on the app, weren't you?
I was like, and everyone was like, "Whoa, how'd you get that much?"
I was fucking raging when I saw that. By the way, I was furious. The worst part about it was because I was leading the PC one, and you did it on the app, and I was like, "That bastard just fucking beat me." The worst part about it was I got to level 12 or 13 and you got to level 10. I was like,
10? How did I get that much?
Yeah, I was like, how did you get in the score? I checked these things.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'll beat him. And I beat you online in the browser. And then I think Pork Chop came in and absolutely annihilated me. And I was like, all right, there's something different here. There's something wrong. Because I tried the phone and I was like, how the fuck? I got to 60,000 because I was doing the do you know the regular you're tapping, you're twisting, you're moving, you're dragging.
One touch. done.
So I tried the one touch and I was like, oh, I get it now.
Destroy on it. I never did that on browser, but I don't think
browser one was fun actually. I really enjoyed the browser one. I felt that was more intense. The one touch thing I was like bam, 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 bam. And I just did that on the Metro and stuff like that. I missed my stop today because I was playing it today. I had to get off and go back.
But no, that's fun, and that's something like that. I'm going to be honest right now. I've stolen the Aki game thing as well and put that in my Discord.
The Aki game is amazing.
I quite like that, and we've had
don't worry.
So many people are enjoying it, and we've had a few people confuse it and beat it. But it's just fun. Yeah, you beat the Aki, but it's just fun to watch people some of the questions that it comes out with as well, because you'll think it's on the ball, it's about to get it, and then it'll throw out this random thing does your character eat salt? What? Why?
How do I know this? What is this?
How do I know? It'll be on track. Random question. Oh, here you go. It's this person. What? Okay. But
right. Here's a question for you. Have you figured out? So obviously, the first thing people want to do is they want to beat it.
Yes.
The next challenge I'm going to set for you in your Discord then.
Mm-hmm.
So the rank. Do you know how each one of them, when it finds it gives it a ranking of I think it was when it was added to the list or how popular it is.
Yeah, it gives a rank, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Mm-hmm. I'm going to set a challenge for you guys to try and find the top 5.
What, rank number 5?
Rank 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Jesus. I mean, I'm just having a quick flick through now. Last one was ranked 27,000.
When to be fair, see if you get one of them, you kind of get the idea of what are those 5 going to be.
What they're looking for, yeah. Oh, I'll have to try that. I'll get on that later.
Yeah, because I was googling what the ranks were, and I found a list of the top 100, and I think there's a mobile game. And I was like, I'll try it, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then I set the challenge to people to try and find the top ones. It's quite you'll get it. It's really obvious once you know it. It's one of those ones.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to try that. There
it's
you
quite
go.
An interesting one. People were doing
gauntlet thrown down. Get in the Aki now and give it a go.
Dana's on it.
Dana's interested in it. Or it's popping up in my thing now.
Let me know when you've got a few of them. Because there was one I was really trying to challenge, and I think it only happens on the phone app and not on the Discord game. But I don't want to say it because it will gives away.
Okay.
So let me know when you've got a few. Just forgot to
Yeah.
start. It's not just exclamation mark Aki.
Aki start.
No, even you don't even need to spit the start, but you just do Aki.
Oh, do you not?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, I thought you had to do the start. Well, there you go.
There you go. But yeah, once you let me know, because this one is fucking hilarious, the one I was doing, but it gives away kind of like the idea of what the top 5 are.
Yeah. All right. Look out for that.
Yeah, we've hit the big 3 points that I wanted to go through, and the change, essentially the change of
the change, the name,
the morph, the
platform.
Exactly, so much going on. Which has been really interesting to hear how it's going on, and that it's been going really well for you, because it is a terrifying thing to do, to make these changes.
It is, yeah. It's
especially
like
if you properly understand what could happen, what could go wrong.
What could go wrong? What you're leaving behind when you change and everything. But like I say, you just I weighed it up before I, made the decision. It wasn't just like, okay, let's do it. It was something that I thought about, and like I say, I asked the guys in the Discord if they, what they thought, would they follow if I did or whatever. So yeah, it was scary.
E-boy the Piper.
Follow me to this new dangerous place. And but yeah, no, it's been good so far. I'm happy.
Okay then. Well, I've been staring at this for long enough. I want to get to this cabinet behind you.
Ah, yes.
This cabinet of things. So let's start at the top.
As Skurd said in Thor Ragnarok, behold.
Let's start at the top. What have we got? What are a few things?
Start at the top. Excuse me. Amateur camera skills.
Oh my god, we got a bit too much leg there.
We got a bit. No, well, I'll put that back up because otherwise you'll have shaky cam, and that's as bad. Right. So at the top we've got an Assassin's Creed.
Oh, that's cool as fuck. I because obviously didn't see the full thing of that. Oh, let's start. Do you know what? Let's start with the posters first. The
posters, okay. This one is an Assassin's Creed Odyssey one that's actually sat in front of a big Fallout 4. There's a big Fallout 4 power armor poster behind that one. Big Superman canvas, because I'm a Superman fan, as a lot of people know. And that clock in the middle is really cool. That was a birthday present last year from Kaylee's best friend. It's I don't know if you can quite see. It's a Zelda clock. But
okay. So when you said like nobody really describes clocks as cool, but then you added Zelda and it made sense.
Yeah, but also because it's cut out of vinyl, a record.
Ah,
like a vinyl record. You can see if I got it down. You can see it's literally cut and sculpted out of a vinyl record. So it does look quite.
That sounds pretty fucking cool, actually.
Yeah. So we've got that. We've got an Apple of Eden, again, Assassin's Creed. Nice. There's a lot of Assassin's Creed stuff. We've got a little Nendroid Link figure, which Dana gave me the link to get one of these last year. It's quite cool.
It's cool.
You can change all the parts and put him in different poses and stuff.
All right, okay.
There's a little alien-like figure thing. I think that came out of a random loot box. I'm connected. And I've got me, again, Assassin's Creed 3 Tomahawk, which Dana got me for... A lot of this stuff was from or, inspired by Dana. She got me... Yeah, that was for Christmas.
Pretty cool. So you played every single Assassin's Creed then? Yes.
That's my go-to series. Yeah. I love the AC series.
You know what's really funny? I played the first one, didn't complete it, almost quit.
I'm not surprised, yeah.
Because it was a bit like it had like all these cool movements, and it was very much paving the way for a lot of games these days and how they move and climb and stuff like that, which was really, really cool. But they were very repetitive quests, and I was like, I'm done with this.
Go here, gather info, kill the guy, go back, go here, gather info, kill the person, go. Yeah, the first one, if you can get through the first one, then
my friend got through the first one, and he got to that final room, and he told me about it, and we started Googling it, and I was like, I'm in. I'm getting the next one. I need to do it. I'm totally jealous of all this stuff as well. It's really, really cool. It's rank 111A.
Oh, that's a pretty good rank, Dana.
What was the character? We'll come back to this. Assassin's Creed in a second. This is more important.
It's more important. Kim Kardashian. Ew.
I can understand why that one would be high.
Well, yeah. I guess it goes on popularity, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and how people know. Do you know what? Do you know what would probably be really high ones? Some of these like Marvel characters. Either like the characters or the actors, but I don't think they'll be top 5.
No, probably not top 5, but yeah, I'd say they'd be quite high.
So yeah, I didn't play. I started playing them again. I really enjoyed them for a while when I had a console, and then I stopped after 3, I think, for a while.
All right. Okay.
Picked up Black Flag.
Yeah.
That game is beautiful, phenomenal. Really enjoyed it. I've never really played one since.
You've never played it since, so
I have one on here, and I think it's Origin.
Origins, yeah. That was last year's. No, sorry, year before.
Yeah. They changed the combat, and I was like, I don't know how to play this anymore.
They changed it. They changed everything from Origins onwards.
I still need to go back and play it.
Yeah, it's they're all good games. So far, I've enjoyed most of them. They all have their bad points and what have you, but yeah, for the most part, I'm
really, really interesting. I love the history and all the effort and stuff they put into it, and I think that side of it was always the thing that really intrigued me by it as well. So.
I think that's what got a lot of people into it was the historical elements.
They really are cool, and do you know what? Ezio's story in particular, I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah,
and I thought that stuff was really cool.
He's the poster boy for the series, I think, because you are literally with him from birth till death. You watch the Embers movie after you played all the games, because that literally goes right up to the end of his life. So I think that's why he's probably the most popular of the assassins. So yeah.
Yeah, continuing then, we've got a Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, Tales from the Sea of Thieves. I picked that up in Edinburgh last year. We went up to Edinburgh for our wedding anniversary for a couple of days.
Well, the next time you're up in Edinburgh, hit me up.
Is that where you are?
That is where I am.
That's where you are. Well, you're not at the moment, are you?
No, I'm in Prague. I'll be back by mid-July. If you ever want to go to Edinburgh, go in August.
Well, that's the thing. We went in March because that's when our wedding anniversary was, and we were actually really surprised at how good the weather was. Like, we were expecting,
Actually not that bad these days.
Yeah, it was good. So I picked that up. I picked that up from a game in Edinburgh. I think was it down in the Waverley bit?
Yeah.
Where they filmed Avengers. That is the Gears of War 3 Special Edition that I got, that Kaylee got me years ago for Christmas. Again, the Gears games, I love the Gears games.
Gears games are phenomenal. I fucking love those games. I will always...
They are a brilliant exclusive. I know everyone says, Xbox has got no decent exclusives, but Gears and Halo, while they may be the only decent exclusives Xbox have got, they are pretty good. And I'm looking forward to Gears 5 as well.
Gears 1 was the game... I've not actually completed 4, but Gears 1 to 3 were like my game of choice. Gears of 1 was the first game that I properly played a multiplayer as, and I got invited to go to tournaments in Manchester. My mum and dad wouldn't let me. I could have been I could have been some esports legend by now.
Esports, Gears of War multiplayer legend, yeah. That's the thing. I never really got into the multiplayer on Gears. That was all about the story. For me.
The stories are amazing. I didn't.
1
that
to
was
3. Oh, brilliant.
They're heart wrenching as well.
Right, we played through them. I think last year. I played through 1 to 4. I've skipped Judgment because I personally found Judgment a bit meh.
What's up, Milcon?
Milcon, I love Gears. Is brilliant.
Gears is legit.
Yeah.
I found 4. In fact, I really, really enjoyed the story. But see, when they were doing those moments where they were trying to advertise their online game, where those parts of the levels where you had to build shit, and I was just I couldn't be bothered doing them, and I kind of stopped after the second one.
Stopped with it. I'll show you this if I may, because Dana's just brought it up in the chat. She got me this for Christmas either last year or the year before. So it's an artwork book from Gears of War 4. But the cool thing that she did for me, if I can find it without taking up everyone's precious time.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Do you know what, that book sounds so fucking cool. You've got some really good presents from some really cool people.
I've got some. There you go. So that's JD Phoenix, the main character, and she was at a convention. The actor who plays him, Liam McIntyre, is also in the Spartacus TV series.
Okay.
And she took this to a Spartacus convention and got him to sign it for me.
That's incredible. That is absolutely outstanding. That is...
He wrote, my man Ian, needs more Lancers, and then he signed it. Signed Cog lives there. And then at the bottom he put, thanks for the dog tags, even though I didn't send him any. They were actually from Dana's other friend. But he thought they were from me. So yeah, that was quite cool that she got to autograph
honestly,
that.
super cool.
Yeah.
Dana, you sound. I should be getting you on here. Fuck Ian.
Get Dana on next on Franchise TV.
I honestly would actually. Sounds like a really, really interesting and cool person. So. Also
She
says they're not
is.
far from me, so.
She was the mod that I mentioned in that question
you
on the
did.
form as well. The one that just showed up and I made a mod instantly, and she didn't run away quick enough or at all. So.
Where are you from then, Dana? If you're close to me.
Oh yeah, she is. Yeah, she is actually very close to you. Well, fairly close.
I have a funny feeling you're gonna say Fife in a second. Oh, Czech Republic.
So she's close to you now. Yeah.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah. I nearly say I won't say the exact place. That's
that's fair.
But, yeah, she's in Czechia. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm
but
here until
after
mid-July.
that, it's just games. It's just all my Xbox games up to there, and then the couple of PlayStation games that I've got because I've only recently got a PlayStation, and then the Switch stuff.
Pretty cool.
So yeah, there's a few 360 games down there that I kept, the ones that were backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I've got a few Funkos up on shelves and a load of Assassin's Creed characters up on that here as well. So yeah,
pretty awesome collection. Just slowly growing it over time.
Over time, yeah. Always add to it every year with whenever a new Assassin's Creed comes out, I always get whatever edition it is that comes with a statue.
Man
so
cave.
I've got
living the dream there, man cave.
Man cave, yeah. Well, I've got to enjoy it while I can, because realistically, there's going to come a point where I'm going to have to give it up for other needs and requirements. But I'll always keep the stuff.
Goddamn IRL. Getting in the way of it.
Yeah. Get in the way of my awesome toy collection. So, yeah.
Pretty cool though. Yeah, you've got some really, really interesting stuff, and especially some of the history behind like how you got it and where you got it from. So
yeah, it's mostly Dana gave me or the wife got.
To be fair, they're really like it's so simple, like these sort of presents to get us nerds.
Yeah, we're easily pleased. Just get us a pop figure or.
Yep,
or
I get them every Christmas. I'm fucking delighted every single time.
They are. They're like our Funkos are our generation. Well, not our generation's Beanie Babies. They're probably the new generation's Beanie Babies because they were the thing when I was a wee lad. But now it's
a long time ago.
A long time ago. Yeah.
An E-boy was an appropriate name.
Yeah, when I was an E-boy. Yeah. So.
Have you ever done the Reddit Secret Santa?
I don't really do Reddit much, to be honest.
Okay, well that's fair enough. Essentially, I think you get like paired with someone, or you get given a name of a random person on Reddit, and you can like show some interest in them, and then people just buy each other really, really cool and interesting gifts. A couple of my friends have done it, and he usually gets some really cool shit from it, and he sends off some really cool shit.
Yeah, that sounds quite fun. Well, like I say, we do that
with yourselves,
Christmas and birthdays mostly anyway. So yeah, it's nice.
So what are you actually? Because you've obviously seen all these games here. You've obviously mentioned. Have you got every single console?
I have.
Nice.
I've got 360. Well, no, actually, no, that's a lie. 360's gone. But I've got the main one, so I've got an Xbox, PS4, and a Switch, and a PC.
What are the PlayStation games? Because I can only see 2 there, I think.
There's 2 there. There's Spider-Man, which was the whole reason I got the PlayStation in the first place. Yep. I saw it was Jacksepticeye's first episode of the playthrough of Spider-Man. I was like, I need a PlayStation.
To be fair, I've been really wanting one for that, and I'm really wanting it for when Final Fantasy VII gets remastered.
Worth it, definitely. So there's that. There's Spyro, and I've also got Horizon on there. These are direct downloads on the console. Got Horizon Zero Dawn, which I need to play through. God of War, which I've recently finished playing through on stream, which was amazing. And Red Dead Redemption 2.
All the exclusives.
Yeah, because that's
why you buy the PlayStation. Yeah,
because they have got good exclusives, and
they've got some really good ones.
I want to delve into Last of Us, so I want to get that played before the new one comes out, because everyone says The Last of Us is amazing. So yeah, exclusives all around.
Well, that's good then. You managed to venture into those ones.
Yeah, accumulate them over time.
And what do you have on the Switch then?
Switch. Well, it came with 1-2 Switch, and I also bought Breath of the Wild, which again that's worth it. Just for with practically a PowerPoint for buying the PlayStation. Yeah, it's not true. It's like, look,
wanna,
I figured it out. We can do this.
do you wanna send me that PowerPoint and I can use it?
I'll send it you later. Yeah, it's so you can convince someone to let you get it. But no, it was.
My other half
Switch.
won't let me.
No. Oh, I suppose I'm lucky in a way because she's a gamer as well, so she's quite happy to sit and. Well, I say gamer. She only really plays Skyrim these days. But yeah, financial graphs and shit. Quarterly projections for if you let me buy this, and then this is how it'll work out over time. Yeah, Spyro is yours. I got it for Christmas.
I suppose that's the beauty of it, though, is then you buy these consoles, you buy these games, and they're getting double use out of them. So
exactly, yeah.
Financially smart.
It's yeah, you see.
I always do my finances are always done by like, if I buy a game, how many hours am I going to complete for it? All right, how much money did I spend on each hour for entertainment? And if it's usually like less than £1, then I'm like, worth my money.
Worth the money.
It's like my PC is like, people ask me, it's like, how much you spend on that? It's like 1,200 to 1,500. And it's like, whoa, why'd you spend so much? And I was like, yeah, but the amount of time I spend on it is definitely less than like penny an hour now.
Yeah, that was the reason I got a proper PC, is mostly for streaming, because when I did move on to streaming with a game capture, I was using a laptop and it wasn't, it didn't quite have the power to run it. It was running it okay, but then the power. But then it was kind of starting to struggle. So I thought, well, I'm streaming more or less full time in between job and that. So let's invest in a PC. So I got one from PC Specialist, and it's paid off now. And so far, it's been definitely worth the money. So
then it's better than like you buy new consoles every new generations. You just spend that same amount of money upgrading parts. Boom, easy.
Yeah, exactly. I can. Well, I say I can do it. I'll probably send it to someone who can do it.
It's actually not that hard, by the way. It's mostly like Lego pieces and like unscrewing something, screw something back in. You guys all laugh. Oh, everyone's winning.
Everyone's winning. Yeah, just.
It's also handy to have a laptop for any time you go away and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what games are you playing these days? Then, what games are you streaming at the moment?
The current play, because now I'm focusing more on doing single player stuff and doing proper playthroughs and stuff on my stream. Like I say, we've not long since finished God of War. I finished Metro because I wanted to get into that because I thought
I've heard really, really good things about it. I've never played it.
It was good. I really enjoyed it. And now we've moved on to Final Fantasy 15, which I have played through, but I've recently got all the DLCs for it. So we're going to play through it again, get the DLCs, and then get this last one that's just come out for it, Episode Arden, because that's going to be the last ever DLC for it.
Amazingly, I've not played Final Fantasy 15 yet. I really, really should.
This was my first proper Final Fantasy when I played it the first time. I'd never played one before. I had a little go on 7 back in the day. Back in the day on an old PlayStation. And then I briefly had Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube, but I never really delved into it much. But this one, I loved it. Brilliant.
Yeah, I do need to. I've played a bit of 7, 8, 9. The first one I ever properly played and completed was 10. Played 10 2. I think I played like 12 and 12 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do really enjoy those style of games, and the beauty of it, they're really creative in how they change the combat mechanics in each game, so they are a bit more interesting, a bit varied, and you're not just playing the exact same game. And the stories are always amazing.
Well, that was what surprised me about 15, because I thought, Final Fantasy, JRPG, turn-based fighting, and then I got onto this, and it's like, oh, okay, it's real time, like we're pressing buttons and we're doing stuff. Like, okay, I mean, I don't mind turn-based fighting if that's how the game is, but that's what I was expecting.
Yeah,
from it,
but no, they changed up for that one, and I've seen that, and it looked kind of intriguing. They also always have phenomenal cutscenes as well. Oh,
the cutscenes are like
just get your popcorn out, and I'm gonna enjoy this.
Sit there and watch it. Like I watched Kingsglaive on Netflix, which is kind of the setup movie to Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
And you look at the cutscenes on the game, and then look at that, and it's exactly the same. It's brilliant, the level of detail in them. Yeah.
Cool then, but so obviously talking about the games that you're playing, what are sort of ambitions or things that you're hoping to do now that you've kind of settled in now on Mixer, what's kind of like future goals and ambitions and stuff with it, and what sort of things are you aiming to do, if you have any?
No, at the moment it's just have fun and grow as much as we can. I'm happy with how it's going at the moment. I'm not in any great rush to get anywhere. I'm not rushing to get partnered on there. There's nothing on Mixer like affiliate like there is on Twitch, so I'm not aiming for anything right now. I've got some little goals in my channel of like follower goals, but I've not like said, right, I need to have this done for this date, this done for this date. I've just got them there and we'll tick them off as and when we get there.
They're still interesting to have. They're nice to see progress.
Yeah, just like nice to kind of set yourself a goal, but not say, oh, right, I've got to do this by this time and do this by this time. It's just as and when we get to them, fantastic.
Fair enough.
So,
well, other than gaming then, so what other interests do you typically... What sort of things do you fill your time with then, other than that?
Mostly gaming. When I'm not gaming on stream, I'm gaming off stream. But yeah, that's Kaylee and I go out occasionally. Neither of us are like night owls or anything like that, so we're not out tearing it up.
Yeah,
we're kind of done with that, and just taking the dog out when it's nice weather and stuff like that. But really, we're quite boring in that sense. We don't.
To be fair, at least you found each other then, and you can do it together.
Yeah, we can do introverts for life. Exactly. Yeah, we can be introverted together. So that's mainly it, really.
I just realised something. I'm going to ask this question. So this one's going out to the chat, and I want to hear your answers here before we find out Ian's answer. This is going to be quite an interesting one.
Go on.
So I'm going to give you a scenario. Ian, you've just found out Ian has been arrested. What do you think he has done to get himself in trouble and get himself arrested? Like, what sort of... I fucking love it when you can hear it laughing. That is so
I need to get soundproofing on my bloody door.
No, you don't. That's extreme gold. Like, you do not want to get rid of that.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to hear
what have I been arrested for,
what
guys?
has Ian done to get himself arrested?
To spend the night in cells. My wife will be in there first, I guarantee you.
She's got to stop laughing. Do you know what? I'm looking at me. I'm looking as red as this jumper at the moment from laughing.
Oi. Maybe stumped.
I think it'll be. I'm intrigued. I think you're a little goody two shoes. I don't think anyone's expecting it.
I'm really. I don't think they'll be like him arrested.
What? Sounds like you've done something wrong. What have you arrested him for stupidly? What have you mistakenly got him for?
Yeah, I think they're stumped.
I think they're
trying to get to the new AC reveal early.
It's pretty.
Dear. That's
Do you know? In fact, do you know when them?
Yeah, that was the other Christmas.
Have you ever seen the Big Bang Theory? Have you ever watched
that?
Yeah,
we used to watch it quite regularly, and then as the season's gone on, we kind of like drifted away from it and started watching other things. But we like it.
There's one episode where they're driving along, Sheldon and other guys, tall guy's name. Sheldon and Leonard. I don't know why.
Leonard.
Yeah, fucking hell. So they're driving somewhere, and then they realize they go near the Star Wars place. And they obviously like, all right, let's go see if we can get in. And they speak to the security guard, and then Sheldon just like starts running in. That's you for Assassin's Creed.
That would be me. Yeah, basically. There's nerd in his name. Yeah. Wow, they've not got anything.
Apparently, you're too goody two shoes. That would be him.
Yeah, that would be me.
And his response. Do you want to tell them what your response was to that question?
My response would be, because although I think I tone it down maybe a bit for the stream, but usually I'm quite like dry and sarcastic especially at work and stuff. I always thought that if I was to get arrested, it was because I'd give some lip to a police officer or something like that, getting too close to Scarlett Johansson. Hashtag worth it. I always thought it'd be that, because I think I do tone it back for the stream. I'm more of just an idiot on stream, but IRL I'm quite dry with my responses to things, and my humour's quite dark usually. So yeah, it'd probably be for saying something very inappropriate to
the wrong people. Oh well.
To the wrong people. I do have quite dark humour. Yeah, I laugh at things that are definitely.
I think we saw that in the clip. The orange.
Oh yeah, what rhymes with orange? Murder.
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 Oh well, I feel like we've about to come and wrap it up to an end now. I think we've covered some really good topics. I've really enjoyed getting to know you and those changes that you've gone for and trying to be different and out there. You're a hipster. You're a hipster streamer.
A hipster, yeah, doing things before. Yeah, I moved to Mixer before it was cool. Yeah.
Changed my name.
Before it was cool. Yeah, it's
OBS. Nah, ain't about that.
Ain't about that life.
No, I've really enjoyed having you on, man. It's been absolutely phenomenal. I've really enjoyed meeting your community guys as well, guys and girls as well.
They're a brilliant bunch.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Like just seeing you have these like nostalgic moments in the history, and just like the fact you're having these meetups and you just know each other so well. Yeah, it's the beauty of the internet, really, isn't it?
It is the beauty of the internet. It's it can be a bad place at times, but I'd kick my own ass if I had a man.
Wait 1 second.
I don't think. Oh no, terrible.
Oh, this is not what I was. What idiot! That's not. Oh, here we go.
God,
this could be interesting. This might be fucking hilarious, so it'll be worth it.
Oh God. Okay.
Right, I need you in a second. Stay very still.
Oh God.
In a second.
Okay.
Oh, I need to fill it in with some color.
Ah. You're gonna
stop moving. There we go. Perfect.
Take my headset off.
Wait, I've got this. I know how we can do this.
There we go. Oh no.
Here we go. Can I invert this? We might be able to do something really. We've got this, and then we'll do this. Oh, there's no browns in this. This is horrible. I don't know how to get brown. How the fuck do you get brown? There we go. That'll do.
DLC, you have to pay for it.
Right, this is just that. This is a real like. Boom! There you go.
God, wait for it. I need. Oh Christ! Only $49.99. And on that note, I'm never getting a man one ever. I'm dead. Yeah, I would be as well.
Oh. Okay, yeah. And on. For Ian's, if you ever need a new name, it's going to be hipster gaming Ian.
Hipster
That's
plays
poop
games.
color. I should have went just with black, but don't know. I went for a brown hair color. I'm really glad I found that. But yeah, man, it's been absolutely phenomenal having you on here. I'm really glad that you did so well in your charity stream over the weekend. And hearing everything's actually going so well. But because you are here, I would send out the offer for you is I like to end on a raid. And I was obviously, if you have any people that you still know on Twitch, let's turn that off because
I still have plenty of people.
So if you have anyone that you would like to send some love to remind them of who you are, oh, I remember you back when you were on Twitch, kind of thing. Just let me know and we can.
Let me just check because I've got a few people in my going live section, but I don't want us to go to someone who's finishing off because that's always the worst thing.
I did that the other day.
Yeah, I've done it before myself. Like you get on like, hey, it's a raid, and they're like, oh, I'm just finishing. Like,
I usually, if people have done that to me before, and I usually stick around for a bit longer. But
do you want me to give you the name in Discord so you can?
Yeah, go for that. Also, it sounds really weird when you say you don't want to go to someone who's finishing themselves off.
It sounds weird, doesn't it?
A bit weird.
Should have worked that a lot better. Oh my god, the hammer pulled you off. Right, there you go. That's
Boom.
the.
Oh well, again, thank you very much for joining us. For those, I'm going to try and find this because it doesn't actually work for me. Those who are not from your community and would like to get some more EenPlaysGames, then obviously drop him a follow on Twitter. If you're ever on Mixer, say hi.
Say hi.
Honestly, it'll be worth it. You'll be in stitches for most of it. Thank you very much for guys for stopping by. You've made it way more enjoyable because it's more than. Oh shit! I didn't mean. It's actually surprisingly the only time I've done that this stream, which is great. More than just a streamer, just like getting to know the person behind it is always.
Yeah.
No, and that's why I do this thing here. This is why I've been doing Franchise TV, and I've been really enjoying it. And you've been an excellent guest.
Thank
So
you for
yeah.
having me. I've enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
It's been a good laugh. It's been a good laugh, but oh
Yeah,
crap! Tried to put in the name of the person we're gonna go raid. Do you want to give the name and who they are and how you know them?
The people in here that know me know whose it is. This is Lorna. She's actually a friend from school. That's how far back me and Lorna go. But she's a lovely person, great personality.
Oh fuck! Sorry. There you go. Continue.
What have you done?
Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. So go and say hello. Tell her Ian sent you, and yeah, have fun. She's lovely.
All right.
Thank you very much for stopping by. I've enjoyed it.
And on that note, well, thank you very much, guys, for joining, and yeah, we'll see you around. Hasta la vista.
Bye bye.